They're gonna see the dark side of the moon, is what I've heard.
But why do so many famous people, like really, really, really famous people, keep just dying? Like Elvis Presley, Michael Jackson, all these people.
Your son has the same amount of aluminum in him as an Alzheimer's patient.
I think if it's not sold in Europe, you shouldn't eat it.
There's so many conspiracy theories in the world, but the question is like which ones are actually like credible and which ones are so well created that people actually believe in them. Today we're going to be talking with a fellow Gen Z person, and we're going to be figuring out what Gen Z is most likely to believe, which conspiracy theories they like to believe. So let's go ahead and get into it. Hey guys, welcome back to the Micah McQuite podcast. I'm your host, Micah McQuite, and I've got my friend Maya with me.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm good.
You're good.
Thank you for having me on the pod.
Yep. Do you want to tell them how this happened? How you got on the pod?
We go to school together, so it comes up sometimes in class, his little channel, and he also wears the hat. So I was interested one day, so I went and looked, and I was like, why is it called Micah Makes It if you don't make anything and you just talk? And so I was like, you should have me on the pod. It would be quite interesting because I think I'm pretty funny. So
We'll figure that out today.
I guess so.
We'll see.
I mean, I can carry something. So
okay. Yeah. Do you want to go ahead? You want to list your conspiracy theories that you believe in, and then we'll kind of go through them one at a time.
Okay. So the ones I believe in, I don't like. This is kind of hard for me to. I don't believe in a lot of them, but one of them I believe in is the Elvis Presley theory, the Michael Jackson theory, and then also like I don't know if like it's a conspiracy theory, but it's like the reverse of Helen Keller. Some people don't believe in Helen Keller. It's like that one I don't believe in, so that doesn't really count. But and then also I believe in the cancer conspiracy theory that we actually have the cure to cancer. So
okay. Yeah. Didn't you have a fifth one about like something in space?
I don't think so. I know that I don't agree with you when you say that we didn't land on the moon. I mean,
so before I get destroyed, I really don't know. I don't care. It's not important. If we went to the moon, yay. If we didn't, then oh well. We'll go there. What now? Aren't they orbiting the moon right now?
They're not landing there, but they're going to be there. They're gonna go next year or the year after.
They're gonna see the They're gonna see the dark side of the moon, is what I've heard.
They already saw. Well, they saw the light side of the moon. The point is, they're in space, and literally, my friend saw the spaceship blast off. So you think that's how do you stage a spaceship blasting off? That's just.
You don't stage the spaceship blasting off. The spaceship really went to space. It just orbited the Earth and played recorded footage that they had recorded months in advance. Oh. That's how people think. If they were to have faked the moon landing, that's how they would have done it.
That's how you.
They did. There's proof that they did film footage on Earth just in case the moon landing. They made a whole movie about this with Scarlett Johansson. I don't remember what it was called, but it was about bringing in this director to film a fake moon landing in case the moon landing didn't go according to plan. They say, oh, it did. We never ended up using it, but I don't know.
Okay.
It could be real. It could be.
But
it's not something I'm gonna fight about.
I like to think you're not very passionate about it. I like to think that if we say we landed on the moon, I mean I don't know how hard. I'm not an astro scientist or something, but
rocket science.
It doesn't seem that hard to just. It doesn't seem that hard to just go up, land, come back. I mean.
Well, yeah.
It's not that hard of a concept to believe for me that we landed on the moon. I mean.
Yeah, I know.
They're gonna do it.
They're
gonna do it again. So I guess we'll be.
That's what I thought too. My whole life, I was like, oh, they just flew a rocket to the moon. I just heard evidence for the other side that was fair. Like, I will say this: if you search up how the moon landing was fake or like moon landing fake on Google, literally the only articles that pop up are saying how the moon landing was not fake and how it was real and it totally happened. Like, which concerns me a little bit. It's like it won't give you an article
Oh,
like on like proof or like saying like, oh, here's some like ideas that could maybe show that the moon landing was fake. Like I'm gonna do it now. Um, moon land. Oh shoot, that's all cap. Moon landing. If I can spell it, fake. Um, yeah, the first thing that pops up are considered conspiracy theories, and then debunked, and then how do we know that we went to the moon? And I don't see anything about like here's proof that like or here's some evidence that the moon landing was fake. There's no like hard evidence. It just Google makes it sound like you're stupid if you believe in it. Google's basically putting it out
no,
like, oh, this is a obviously a conspiracy theory and not true. So I don't know. I don't really
no,
care.
yeah, that makes sense because like if if it if you search up like any other thing, there will be like a lot of conspiracies and just people like on Reddit or something just saying something dumb.
Yeah, like
But that
three of
doesn't
them
make
were Reddit.
sense. Why there would, but like if the government's trying to like stage it, then it's all gonna be like good, and even if you search it up bad. I don't know. I believe the moon landing was definitely real. We're gonna be able to experience it in our lifetime. So
You think we're gonna land on the moon? Like you and
no,
me are gonna be able to walk on the moon?
do you
You
plan on
mean we're
landing on
gonna
the moon
experience a
anytime
moon
soon?
landing?
Yes,
Okay.
that's what I mean.
Yeah, my only other thing is like America is still the only country that's landed on the moon.
Because nobody else
That
cares at this point. Like nobody wants it's well, like
but I just find it odd that like Russia was in the lead in the space race and kind of technologically like they were the first people to get a satellite up in space. You think they would have had like if America could do it and America kind of started with like one step behind Russia cuz Russia got like two or three satellites up into space before America could. And so I don't know. I feel like if like Russia was that ahead, I feel like they could have also they did send people to space. I feel like they could have also
were they the ones that sent a
maybe
monkey to space? Or did we do that?
some okay. I'm also answering. Are we talking about like the Curious George movie where he goes to space? Because
No.
that's a really good episode of
I love Curious George.
who's in it? The United States launched the first monkey into space in June of
The
1948.
first, there was more
Yeah.
after that. That's what I
Albert,
don't understand. Once you get one in space, why do you need another one?
his name's Albert, or his name was
Sorry,
Albert.
sorry.
There's no way he's alive now. But
Monkeys live a long time, don't they?
some can. I think yeah. I
Like
know
chimpanzees.
I know turtles can live like up to 200 years, so
Everybody knows that.
why can't a monkey?
It's not new information.
I know. Though it wasn't supposed to be.
Yeah,
It was just um
yeah, yeah.
so when you said I think most people understand, but for those who haven't really dived deep into conspiracy theories, describe what you meant by the Elvis Presley and Michael Jackson conspiracy theory.
So the Michael Jackson one is like easier to explain. The Michael Jackson one is basically that he's just alive and he staged his death because there's like the video of like the ambulance that drove him to the hospital and it looks like he got out of the ambulance and then like I don't know. I mean like it's just so weird that all of these which I mean drugs are not good. They can do a lot of bad things. And it's like but why do so many famous people, like really, really, really famous people keep just dying? Like Elvis Presley, Michael Jackson, all these people. Anyways, I just don't think he's dead. I think he staged his own death because also it's either his middle name or I think it's his middle name. It is on his death certificate. It wasn't the same as on his birth certificate and his passport. And there's
Hmm.
also like pictures, which there's a lot of Michael Jackson lookalikes, but like his daughter, I think, posted a picture on like a trip and like in the back of the car in like the back seat, it looked like he was there. So, but with AI these days, low key, I
Yeah.
I don't know what to trust anymore because
That's
like
that's the scary side of AI is like you don't know what you
yeah,
can believe anymore. Like 2
like
years ago, no, you go ahead.
did you see the Tom Holland and Zendaya wedding photos?
Are they fake?
Yes, and I believed them, and I thought that was their real wedding, and I was like, oh, it's so cute, and then it wasn't. So I felt AI.
They
So
still haven't been married yet, have they?
I think they might have secretly gotten married. They might have eloped. They're engaged.
Yeah.
Either they're engaged and waiting to be married. They seem like the people that are gonna have a very
They
small
got
marriage.
engaged. They got
Mhm.
engaged. I haven't heard anything. I haven't kept up. I was just gonna say like a quick disclaimer. I feel like this is obvious. Like we're teenagers. This is not like we're like this is just stuff that we believe, and we're just stating why we believe it. We're not saying it's true or not. But I don't know. I just thought it'd be cool to just talk about
Just
this
little
and
food for thought.
food for thought. Yep. This is gonna be like someone's gonna get off this and have like a 25-minute shower of just like,
Ah,
wait.
yeah. Rethinking
So
everything.
gonna pull up Google after this and search up moon landing fake. No. Okay, so you said Michael Jackson was
Yeah.
easier to understand. What makes Elvis's harder?
Because there's just like a lot more details. So for Elvis, everybody knows that he had a twin that died at birth. I don't remember his name. I should probably know his name. I don't remember his name. But
Okay, I'll search it up real quick.
okay. Okay. But there after Elvis died, um there was, which by the
Jesse.
way, Jesse, yes. They waited like so long to release his like cause of death or something. They waited 70 years to release something, his either cause of death, death certificate, something. And then later, like 10 years after his death, which again, I'm not like super well versed in this. This is just what I remember. 10 years later, this guy shows up in an insane asylum and keeps saying, I'm Jesse. I'm Michael I'm Michael Jackson's twin. So
Elvis
I don't believe
Presley's
that one,
Elvis
yes.
Presley's twin.
Yes, yes. I don't believe Elvis Presley's alive. So I think he's actually dead. But this, I believe his twin is alive because he keeps saying, he was like, I'm Jesse, I'm Elvis Presley's brother, and this wasn't released until like a while after he said it, and then they did like a DNA test and a blood test, and it matched exactly with Elvis's DNA, and I don't know. I think his twin is alive.
Hmm.
Yeah. Because like you don't match DNA and without like, but nobody believed him because he was in the insane asylum. So
Is he still there? Or
I'm
did he
not sure.
die?
I don't know. He might have died. I don't know. I like, there's so many things I don't know. Just little food for thought. Also, another thing about the Michael
It
Jackson
says
thing.
buried in an unmarked grave, which is also
Whew, that's intriguing. Buried in it. Huh. Huh. But like, why would they have? That just doesn't make sense because like if he died, why why would he all of a sudden just show up later? And why would they hide it if they didn't know Elvis was gonna be like famous? I'm kind of debunking my own conspiracy right now. I don't know. It's just
yeah.
also interesting. Another thing about Michael Jackson is that he had a closed casket funeral, which so nobody actually saw his dead body. Which I know a lot of people
Yeah.
have closed casket funerals, so it's not really strange. It's just strange because of his death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So.
that's fair. It's there's a lot of things in these where it's like this could go one way or the other. There's a lot of things where it's like, wow, this like makes you think, and then there's other things you see. It's like, well then, it's like these two don't go together. So it's
Mhm.
like this evidence is like really strong for this, and this one is like they can't like be mixed. It either has to be one or the other. So there's like that's just the thing with conspiracy theories. Like they can't really go together. There's not really like finding a middle ground. It's usually either one way or the other,
Yeah.
which is probably why there's so much like division over conspiracy theories because you can't really find a middle ground in them. So,
Because it's not like,
you
yeah, it's not like,
yeah,
oh, he's alive. He's either dead or alive.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's alive.
he's alive. There's a lot of like
I'm sorry that
conspiracies. That was pretty bad. That was pretty bad.
yeah, that was that
There
awful.
there's a lot of conspiracies around like the famous people that died, like Marilyn Monroe. There's some conspiracies that the Kennedys killed her because they were in a love triangle because Marilyn
Are
had
you
had an
related to
affair.
Marilyn Monroe?
I don't know. My mom did like the DNA thing, like a while back, where you trace like your ancestors, and we're related to Indians, so I don't think so.
Hmm.
I mean, we might be, but then there's also
Her last
the
name's Monroe. That's why I asked that.
yeah, and then there's also the
Because
president. Which one's the Monroe president?
um Madison Monroe? Oh my goodness, I sound like so this is bad.
Madison Monroe.
President James
Yeah.
Monroe. Oh my
I
goodness.
was about to
I'm
say
so
it's not
sorry.
Madison.
I'm so sorry.
It's
I mean, like, to
Madison.
be fair, like, besides the
James
Monroe
Madison.
Doctrine, like,
James Madison.
and James Monroe.
John James. Which one?
James Monroe. That was
Yeah,
his name.
that's James Madison and James Monroe. Yeah, that's why you were getting confused.
I don't know
Yeah.
why I thought Madison. Because there's a president with the last name Madison. But it's like you have George Washington, like, Adam Jefferson.
Oh.
Did I mess that up?
Yeah.
Adam
John Adams. Oh my gosh. You said Adams Jefferson. Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my god, this is so bad for me right now.
That's
So,
too.
if you take anything away from this episode, it would be learn who the presidents are of the place where you're living.
Yeah.
But what I was trying to say is like John Adams, George Washington, you know, like all the ones at the beginning. You remember like George Washington, like Abraham Lincoln, John F. Kennedy. No, I'm kidding. That's
George
that's further
Washington,
along.
John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, James
Yeah.
Madison, James Monroe, John Quincy Adams.
Yep. So you remember those like first 5 to 10,
Yeah.
and then there's like a gap, and then it's
I know
just
all
like
of them.
because
I really don't want to look like that nerd, so I'm just not gonna name all of them. I'm just not gonna do that. But I do know all of
there's
them,
Teddy.
so I think I
have
think that's just you. I think that's you.
Yeah, it is. It is just me. I don't really pay attention enough to that. I should have, but I didn't.
To the presidents. I mean, how many are there? 52? 53?
47.
Oh.
Okay, well at least I got that right.
Are you sure?
Like, yes, because Trump is the 45th and 47th president.
Okay.
That's why he has 47 on the side of his MAGA hats. Because he was the 47th president.
What does MAGA stand? Oh yeah, MAGA. Yeah. Okay. Make America
What
great.
does that stand?
Make
Okay.
America great again. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got that.
Okay. So you said Elvis, Michael Jackson, Moon, Cancer. Was there a fifth one
Helen
in between
Keller.
Cancer and Helen Keller? All right, yeah. So go over that. Do all the famous people ones while you're at it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know if Helen Keller's famous. I already talked about Marilyn Monroe, but Helen Keller, I mean, like, people don't think she's real just because, which I'm very, very passionate about this one, so do not talk to me about Helen Keller unless you strongly believe in her. Or think she was at least real because,
Well,
like,
what do you mean by believe in her?
think she was
Because
real.
I believe in Jesus
Because-
Christ, our one true Savior.
Amen.
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 Amen, though. Yeah.
Amen. Hallelujah. Anyways, I like not believe in her, like think she was real and like deaf and blind. Because some people are like, yeah, I think she was a real person, but I don't think she was deaf and blind or fully deaf and blind because how are you born? People are just dumb. They just say things and they don't know the facts. The facts are, wait, that sounded really mean,
People
but
can be born deaf and blind. That's
well, yeah, they can, but she wasn't born deaf and blind. She got sick at like 3, and then that made her deaf and blind. So, and
Has nobody watched Little House on the Prairie? Like, Mary gets sick and becomes blind from it.
Yeah, exactly.
Did I just nerd out? Right?
I
I'm
never
sorry. I
I
don't watch Little House on the. Okay, I watched it when I was in like first grade. Please calm down. It's not that big of a deal. Um,
Okay.
sorry. Can you keep going?
So, and then people are like, "There's no way she flew a plane," which that's the one that throws the most people off. Is that all of these things say she flew a plane when in reality, you know how like news blows everything up. So like you can't expect everything to
Yeah.
be true. And she probably like she held the steering wheel of a plane while it was in the air while the pilots were in it for like 2 seconds while it was on autopilot. Like she did not fly a plane solo
Yeah.
across the ocean. Like that's not what she did. She
That's
probably just held
impossible.
the co-pilot steering wheel and people are like
Yeah.
Helen Keller flew a plane. That's yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which it's a miracle how she figured out how to like talk and understand things. And like my friend said the other day, she's like, well, like how did she know what a plane was? She probably didn't, but like a lot of things were probably hard for her to understand. Like what is this? But I mean,
Especially like that had to be so lonely and like depressing when you cannot see or hear anything.
I know,
Like my question is, what do you think?
I know. Like what do you
Have
think
you thought
if you don't
because you
have
if you
words?
don't yeah.
Which like she wasn't completely like developed because
Yeah.
she got
She was able to like learn
like
words
you
by
learn
like
things at
what
3.
sticking
Like 3,
yeah.
you have basic knowledge down at the age of 3. So, has anybody seen
Didn't
the
she like
movie
put
The Miracle Worker? What is it called? The Miracle Worker? Something like that. There's a movie about it, so go watch it if you don't believe me. Don't play because I'm pretty serious about this. My mom is also really she like really thinks that everybody should believe in Helen Keller. So yeah, so I'm kind of forced.
believe that she existed?
Yes, 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 yes. Think she was real. Yes, yes.
No. Yeah, I just didn't she like learn to talk though? She would like stick her fingers in someone's mouth and like feel like where their tongue went.
Something like that. But the first thing that happened was that like it took like months for her to learn this. But the lady that taught her was half blind. Or no, half deaf, something.
Mm.
Well, half of something. Um and then like she stuck her hand because water, you know what, like she knew what her doll was. She knew her mom's face by like touching it. She knew what food because you can like kind of grasp, hey, I put this in my mouth, I eat it, and then it like tastes good and it makes me full. Like you
Yeah.
can grasp that like it's something. So she put after months of like trying to figure it out, she put her hand underwater, signed it out in like sign language water, and then it just clicked, which is a miracle, honestly. I don't know how I don't think I would be able to I don't think I would be able to
Yeah.
understand that if I had that.
That's that's crazy.
It's
Yeah.
impressive, but like there's just like not a lot of things that I'm like it's not really hard to like make me believe so, which is bad. Like not like I'll just believe anything, just like if a
Hmm.
history book says it happens or my mom says it happens, I kind of have a hard time thinking it didn't happen.
Yeah, your parents like the way you grow up influences a lot of the way you think. So like you're so set on whatever you just like the first thing you hear really is the thing you believe. So then like you hear someone else's opinion on it and it may actually be right, but because like the first thing you heard was a differing opinion, you get all upset. But I don't know if I'm sure some people have conspiracy theories about the Bible, but that's one where it is like no, I'm just
Yeah,
not
and a
gonna.
lot of things take faith. Like the Big Bang Theory takes faith to believe that like the whole
Yeah,
world came from nothing.
that's something where like it takes more faith to believe that
Yeah. Then
than
like that
just to
there's a
believe that
creator. That's just I mean, it kind of
because
just like makes sense. And like that's the better choice. Like why would you want to believe that like there's nothing in the world except for like you just happened or there's a God that loves you. I mean like one
yeah.
sounds a lot better
I
to
mean,
me.
I have heard, and I'm not gonna say this about everyone because I know atheists might get mad at me if I said that this is every single atheist, But there are some atheists where it's like the it's not that they don't believe in like God. It's just like they're angry at God, and that's a lot of people. It's like they're so angry at God because like maybe they lost a loved one when they were younger, and they prayed about it, like prayed like God, heal, um, please heal them, and it doesn't happen. And then like especially when you're like 8 or 9, it's hard for you to understand like God's plan. So you get so upset at that, and you just don't want to believe that like there's a God anymore. So that's a lot of it. But there are some people who really just think that
Yeah.
like there was no
And
God.
people,
There is no
yeah.
God.
They're like, some of them are like, oh, like how can there be bad, how can bad things happen in the world? How can there like be death if there's a God? Which like does
Yeah.
not make sense. That would just make us robots if nothing bad ever happened.
Yeah.
But,
Because if
okay,
that's part of the thing is like God gave us free will. He didn't make us like his little army. Because if he
his
told
little
us what to
army.
do, then if he told us what to do and like wouldn't let us sin, then he'd be controlling us. So, um I heard it said it was like what was it? I think it was like if I kidnapped you and like told you like, hey, you're going to love me, is like that's not real love. You may do it because you're scared or
Yeah.
because they told you or because they're forcing you to, but that's not real love. And that's what it was with God. God created us. He gave us the perfect garden, and he just said like all you have to do is just like we could either choose God or choose sin, and we chose sin. And so that's what happened. But
Yeah.
I don't I just like I don't know what you would consider a conspiracy theory about the Bible.
Because like you either,
I kind of want to.
I don't know. Like I don't understand like the concept of you can believe part of the Bible or none of it, or like part of it and then some other
Yeah.
parts. It's like, but that means that if some parts aren't real, how, why are you believe, like, I, you either believe all the Bible or none of it, in my opinion. Like,
Yeah, all of these are stupid. Like I'm just going to flat out say it from what I first see that like first pops up. It's like the Jesus myth theory that claims that Jesus never existed, which like 90 I don't know the exact number, but most scholars will like say that there was a historical person called Jesus of Nazareth. Now, was he God? That's where people differ. But like everybody believes, or most people believe that there was like a physical person named Jesus of Nazareth who was crucified by the Romans. So
yeah,
that one's baloney. Oh my goodness. This says
baloney.
Jesus married Mary Magdalene, and that's just like that's
That's
blasphemy.
just like, that's just, no.
Yeah. And then okay, I have heard this one. It's like so the suppressed gospels. There's like I think it's called the Gospel of Thomas
Oh
that
yes, I've
like
heard that one, that there's actually a gospel of,
it's like it's they think like the early church leaders like picked and choose which books they wanted to like read to kind of like make sure it fit with their story, but the reality is the Gospel of Thomas was false. It was written like 200 to 300 years like after Jesus, instead of like all the other books like the epistles that Paul wrote and all the other New Testament books that were written within like 50 to 70 years of Jesus's life and death. So first of all, like you want to believe the stuff that was closer to when it actually happened, and also it completely contradicted the Bible. It said Jesus said like women had to like basically become men if they wanted to be able to go into the kingdom of God. It was
they
really
said
weird
that?
stuff. He was very like it made Jesus very like he was anti-women like in the whole thing, and it was very false. It was obviously like a fake gospel that was intended to draw people astray or make Jesus look bad, which
Yeah.
is true because like it says in the Bible that the Jewish leaders like spread the rumor that like hey, the disciples came and took the body. He didn't actually rise from the dead, which I don't understand how you crucify someone, you put them in the grave, you see them rise up, and you still are like, okay, I still don't believe you. Like we have
Exactly.
to.
They paid the soldiers to just not, but it's like if I see somebody rise up, we're gonna have some
This is
problems.
exactly what our pastor talked about for Easter. Is like if you're walking through a cemetery and you see somebody like climb out of the ground from a grave, you're not gonna just be like, "Oh, that's cool," and just keep
Hi
walking.
there.
You're gonna like turn and run. It's gonna demand some kind of like very crazy response. So
Yeah.
that's the whole thing of like Jesus. If Jesus rose from the grave, which he did, and appeared to over 500 witnesses, which I often hear the term 500 witnesses. I'm like, that's not a lot. Like it's enough to where I believe it, and obviously, but I'm like 500 isn't that much compared to how many people would have been in like Judea. But then I heard it put into the term of like a court. If you have 500 witnesses come and say that they saw something, it's gonna pass. So I was like,
Yeah.
I never thought about that. 500 witnesses is actually a lot. So
Yeah. How did we even get on this topic?
I don't know. I said like you said the one thing about like believing in Helen Keller, and I was
Oh,
like,
yes,
well, I
yes.
only you obviously
Yeah.
meant just believe that she existed, but
Yeah. Yeah, you just
okay, so
took it out of
back.
context.
Hey, it's good to throw the gospel
There we
in.
go.
Uh, so I think the last one you had was cancer. Was that the one you
Yeah.
said?
I just believe we have the cure for cancer. I mean, it's like it kills so many people, and like it's like isn't it like the number one like sickness like which I don't know. Isn't it like the number one medical problem right now? I mean, it's like a big deal. Like so many people die from it. And
Yeah, I
I
don't know
guess
if it's the number one, but I know it's very popular. Like
it's
everywhere you turn,
popular.
like I feel like you don't know anybody around you who like doesn't have cancer.
Exactly. And it's like I studied in science. It's literally just you have to strengthen the cell checkpoints. I we have like we froze people. We send people to space. We like we have
We
AI.
created
We have
artificial
AI.
intelligence. Yeah,
Exactly. There's no way. We just asked AI how to just how to cure cancer. I don't know
I
if we
kind
could
of
do that. But like I just feel like
I'd be
the
curious
government
to
is
see what
hiding it
Chat.
because it just brings in so much money. But then again, I also think like the vaccine, if you had to vaccine everybody for cancer and new babies are born all the time, you would still bring in income. But like I just think it's like we're either really dumb and just like cannot figure it out, we're not trying hard enough, or we do and we just haven't released it because people want money and they're so they just want money.
Yeah,
Which
don't even get me started on like yeah, especially pharmaceutical companies. That's where I'm gonna be like very because there's like the amount of things that are in like stuff like the medicine that we're supposed to like have like so when I can use a personal example when I was a kid um I I don't remember what it was but I got some kind of shot as a kid for I don't know I think it was just like your regular checkup shots maybe it was for some
tetanus.
like maybe it was for tetanus. I don't know. It was just like a basic shot. It wasn't anything like, oh, I was dying, like I need this shot. But we went to a doctor after that, and I had like when I was young, I'd have like super like bad like nerve spasms and like twitches. And so we went to a doctor to ask about
Are
it.
you
And
schizophrenic?
no, I'm I'm not schizophrenic, Maya. That's Maya's probably was that your biggest fear is that you're
Yes.
schizophrenic?
Ah, continue.
What
I
if
don't even want.
schizophrenia is also fake?
Good.
I'm kidding.
Good because like good. I don't because like you just see people and you don't know they're not real and you just like see people and you don't
I
know
think
they're
it's
not.
another way to like create more depression and
Oh my
anxiety.
gosh. Oh my gosh. Like I bet I do
Yeah.
think a lot of schizophrenic people might just be possessed, unfortunately.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I think it is actually something real. But what was I
Oh.
saying? Oh yeah, so anyway, as a kid, I had like really bad like muscle spasms and like twitches and I couldn't really control it. We were missionaries and I did have a lot of stress as like a 5-year-old. Like I didn't really feel stressed,
Yeah.
but underneath I was so stressed from like moving away from my family. And so we go to a doctor to kind of like see like, hey, is there any way we could like help him with this?
In
And
Ireland?
he's like, This is in Czech Republic.
Oh.
This is before Ireland. So we go to a doctor there, and they say, yeah, your son has the same amount of aluminum in him as an Alzheimer's patient from the shots that I got.
Holy crap.
And like, so yeah,
Aluminum.
I
Wait,
don't know if it's
why do Alzheimer patients? Why does anybody need aluminum in them? Like the foil I
I don't
pull
know.
out to cook something on?
No, there's a separate. What is it? Yeah,
I mean, I know it's an element. Is it a pure element or is it like?
I don't know. It says high aluminum levels are a consequence of Alzheimer's disease.
Oh.
So aluminum is somehow related. Either it, I don't know exactly, but there is aluminum when you have Alzheimer's.
So you
I don't
basically
know if
had
it's just no.
Alzheimer's, whatever.
No, I just had like the same amount of aluminum in me as
So
an
how'd they
Alzheimer's
take it
patient
out?
without the Alzheimer's. I don't know. I don't know if they did.
But I know what you mean. Like everything that like they sell and stuff doctors give us and like recommend us, how are we supposed to know? Like that it has cancer
Like
or it's
if
bad?
you're still questionable, just go watch any ad for any medicine
Yes, and
whatsoever.
it's like death, paralysis,
90% of the ad is the side
blindness.
effects that are like
Yes.
10 times worse than the actual
Yes,
thing.
it's
Like,
like, do
and
you
all
have
these
2% hair loss? Take this pill and you might die, but you'll die with a full head of hair.
yeah, and just stuff like, and I know like obesity is a problem in America
Where
because of like the food that, sorry, should I not say that?
obesity. That's
Well, I'm
just
saying
it's just
like,
random.
I'm not saying obesity, like everyone's obese. I'm just saying there is more obesity in America than other countries. And that takes us into like the food that we're eating. Like, read the back. If you can't pronounce the names of the
That's
things in
not
your
true.
food, you're
That's
probably.
not true. That's not true.
I'm not saying that about everything, but I'm saying talk about like if you like all the things you go like it's like cornstarch, seed oil, red 40, yellow 40, blue 40. It's like what is this? What am I eating? Like cereal
If
is
it's
straight
not,
up
if they
sugar
don't,
and chemicals.
if they, whoa, there's so many things you could have said other than cereal. Little Debbie's cakes you could have said, but you said cereal,
Well,
bro. I had cereal this
everybody knows Little
morning.
Debbie's cakes are bad for you. People still eat them anyway. I'm talking about the
I
stuff that
love Little Debbie's cakes. I love Little Debbie's tree cakes. I
I think
love
the
them.
problem is everybody realizes that the food is bad. They just don't realize how bad it actually is.
Yes, and they're like, oh, well, everything gives you cancer. The sun, sunscreen, everything gives you cancer. So like, I'm gonna get it anyways. Or they're just like, it really isn't that bad. Like, just one Little Debbie's cake isn't gonna hurt me, but it's one every day.
Like the question
I
is,
think if it's not sold in Europe, you shouldn't eat it because Europe is really good about like
yeah,
having
I was
like
just about
natural
to say when we
things.
lived there, like if
Because
we went
me and
to a
him both have lived in Europe, so we know that it's different
yeah,
over there.
so in Spain, do people walk a lot?
I mean, yeah, I mean, they're
It
kind
was
of low key. No, actually, they're really like lazy, but they're all skinny. Like they're
yeah.
all skinny, but they all like just like like
What I was gonna say is that like if we went to a McDonald's in like the Czech Republic or in Ireland, they could most of them would be able to tell us like what local farm they got their meat from. If you
yes.
go, I dare you to go to a McDonald's here and
And
ask,
say
"Hey, where'd
what
you get these
local
patty
farm?
from?" I don't know,
The
man. And if you have
freezer.
the manager, it'd probably be like, "We got it from like this corporation, which got it from this factory, which got it from this farm, where it's not even a farm. It's just like cows kept in like I don't know. It's just
Everything
like
everything is the food is like just so much better. Like we have more fast food, but like fast
even
that's
fast
like yeah,
food in Europe is better for you because it's
yes,
like
like Burger King in Europe is so much better for you than
it's
here.
still
And it's
not
just
it's
really
this is not
unfortunate.
saying like okay, just go to Europe and eat Burger King all you want. It's still not great, but it's like it's just basically what a burger should be. It's like okay, it's a little fatty, there's some carbs, but that's
But
like
it's
what a
like good.
burger is.
It's like the naturally bad things for you. Like you
Yeah.
can't like make like carbs. Like that's not like it. Like I
Yeah.
think
That just exists like
carbs and
that's
fatty stuff. It just exists. It
yeah.
wasn't like that existed in all the time. But like it's like low key. Why did we have to make it so like difficult? Like meat, lettuce, tomato, bread.
Are you talking about making
Why did
burgers
we have to
difficult?
change it? Why did we have to make it like chemicals? Is it for preservatives and money? It all leads to money. It all just
Yeah,
connects back to money.
it's yeah, I was about to say
These
everything is bad.
greedy little people in America. Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, it's just there's so many ways that America's just trying to like get money from people.
America's great. I love America.
Yeah,
I just it's just I think the food industry really needs to lock in and like
yeah.
not not sacrifice our health for like a buck.
hmm I also think this is like look at this cycle. So like if you think about a food company, like they give you food that's really bad for you, and you eat a lot of it, and you start to gain weight, and then you see an ad for it's like, oh, here's this shot that you can take that can reduce
Ozempic.
like body fat, unwanted body fat, and you just do it. But like, do you know like there's so much stuff in the thing that's like you may be losing weight, but it's just creating more problems. Like, think about people back in like the old days. A lot of them weren't overweight, but if they were, not the only way they could lose weight was to exercise. And
Or
like,
stop
it's
eating.
like,
But they also like it's just like I think it's each like decade or millennia struggles with different things. Like we don't die from like the plague or like a
yeah,
fever doesn't kill us anymore. But
yeah.
cancer is a
That's one
problem.
thing.
So it's like
There are, yeah. There's a lot of good things about America, but there are also things that could be um
changed,
improved.
tweaked.
Yeah, I didn't like I hope that we presented that in a way where it's not like, oh, this is just a crazy thing, where it's like more than like, oh, there's actual evidence for this.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I
I just like side effect commercials, that's something that we all see. We all
yeah.
realize like the amount of videos on YouTube like making fun of how like side effects may include death of a loved one, death of a friend, death of your grandparents, death of your other
Dog.
grandparents, death of your uncle, death of your dog would be really bad. That's really all people care about. I'm
Okay.
saying no, I will fight on that. People care too much about dogs now. I love dogs, but like when you're dropping 10 grand to get like a flu shot for your dog,
No, yeah,
like
no.
back in the
My
old
mom
days, if
doesn't
your dog
even
got sick, it died. Like
Yeah,
I'm
my mom doesn't
sorry.
even take my dog to the vet anymore because she paid $500 because he had an ear infection. But she just doesn't
Yeah.
take him to the vet anymore. He'll just push through it or die. I guess that's what
Yep.
we've decided for him.
That's what life was for a long time.
Push through it or die. We should just go back to push through it or die. Unless like I don't know. I don't know. We also don't have like outdoor sewers, rats.
Yeah.
We medical equipment is clean. So like
hmm
all of that stuff improved. So we don't need all this crazy medicine. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
and I
isn't
would say,
clocking
yeah, taking the shortcut is not like just an issue now. Like I think that's one of the big reasons everything like food is so bad, because it's so much cheaper and easier to make junk food than
it's all
trying to
about
get
money.
healthier food.
It's all about
Yep.
money.
And so they're trying to save money so they can make more money. But like it's also just like more work to do it too. So like I read about I don't remember what class this was for, but it was the not scientist, doctor. He worked at a hospital, and he like they had a really bad like death rate at the hospital. Like a lot of people were dying. And so he found that this is like he was a surgeon, so he'd like work on a really sick person and then go to someone else and would not wash his hands. And he realized, he was like, what if I tried washing my hands in between?
I
He
yes,
started washing his hands and got other people to do it for like a month, and the death rate
I
went
read
down.
that
Like
book.
more
I
people
read
started
that book.
living, and he showed his proof to all the doctors, and they were like, that's good. He's like, but that's just time wasted. He's like, they're like, we could be going to the next patient. And so they
That's
kicked
just
him out
so
and
like
did not
how
wash
why
their
did it
hands,
take us
and
so
more people
long?
died.
Why did it take us so long to realize, hey, this is like a bloody, unsterile, like knife we just used to chop this guy's leg off? Let's just stab it into somebody else. Like that just like there's no way that we
Yep.
actually thought that. Like we can figure out that the world is not flat. in gravity. We can figure out gravity, which isn't even a thing you can see, but we can't figure out cleanliness,
Yeah.
bacteria. That's just maybe humans are just not as smart as I think.
That's probably it. I think that's it. That's 100% it. Do you have any more that you want to go over, or have we?
That's all of
This is
mine.
probably by far the most controversial podcast I've ever
It's fine.
uploaded.
It's all right.
I don't know. Like, don't go to us though. Like, if you're mad, just
Yeah,
I
like
don't know. If you're mad, just
this is by word of mouth. So like
yeah.
don't ask me for like a work cited for this because I have no idea.
This is the thing where it's like if you're interested, do your own research and
Yeah.
come to your own conclusion.
Mhm.
That's what a lot of life is. It's
This is
like
just
you hear an opinion,
our
you go,
little shower thoughts that we're just saying out loud.
yeah.
Mhm.
Well,
Mhm.
I think that pretty much covered it.
Yes.
You think we got everything?
I think we hit a lot. We did.
I think we got everything and a whole lot more.
Oh yes. We hit everything.
Yeah. Well, thank you for coming on.
Of course.
This is fun.
This is fun.
Yeah. So thank you guys for watching or listening. I'm not sure what you did, but make sure to come back for the next episode. Hopefully we'll be getting more podcast episodes out. I'm sorry again, I took like a 10-month break in between like an episode from last May or something. Anyway, we're going to be working, I say we as if I have a team behind. I'm going to be working on getting more episodes out and getting more people on, but thank you guys again so much for watching and or listening, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.